Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, we are down at Kropf Industries to tour a beautiful park model for you. I mean, look at that front porch. It's also got a privacy screen that you can, kind of open and close depending on how you want, which is, to me, super appealing, but it's all about what you guys are thinking. So if you don't mind, drop some comments, give me and them some feedback, because the more engagement I get, the better my videos do. And I would like to do well, I guess is the long and short of that. But this is the 2026 Eldorado 9051, the lost city of gold, baby. But I mean, how freaking beautiful is this? You got a diamond coat and cam clad, 8-foot porch with a privacy screen, full height fireplace, excited to see what that is, and a 60-inch tile shower with a rear loft. Read all that off the handy dandy. I'll tell you, Liz, if you're watching, I appreciate you for everything that you do. She's the designer here, and she has spent quite a bit of time with me, educating me a little bit on some of the more pinkies up, highfalutin, type stuff like this siding. I don't know what camclad is, and truth be told, I still don't, even though she told me. So you have a metal roof. I love how it's got the two-tone entrance on there. Decor is looking super sharp, and even like that back accent is pretty cool. But it all starts for me with this patio. So now this is going to be under 400 square feet. It's going to be meant to be plopped and dropped. It's one of those wide loads that you see driving down the road. But I'll tell you what, it's basically a tiny home on wheels. I mean, this patio is fantastic. It looks cool. Imagine coming out here, cracking open a couple cold cans of apple juice, you're ready to rock. And I'll tell you, built really well, sitting on a 10-inch I-beam frame, but you have 2x4s for the walls, 4x6s for the floor joists. But what I really like is kind of the simple touches like this, and it maybe not be simple, but we're actually looking at something like this at our house, but probably the less expensive version, unless I can steal one from them. But I mean, look at that. I just think that's pretty cool to be able to create privacy on the front patio, because typically that's the downside, is your neighbors can see what you're doing. If you got nosy ones, that's no fun. So now you can block them out. You're ready to rock. Sliding glass door here as you walk on in, and wow, this is beautiful. Now, you may or may not disagree, but the nice thing about Kropf is that you can custom design these. So if you don't like the way it looks, switch it up to something that you do. Shiplap over here at the side with that fireplace, keeping you nice and a roasty and a toasty. And then, of course, you have the recessed entrance right here for the TV. I like how that's sitting back in there. The open cabinetry with the brown, the black, and the shiplap is a really nice combo, in my opinion. But, like I say, my opinion doesn't really matter. Again, it's what you guys think. If you don't like it, change it. Buy it how you want it, baby. I like the added fan, and I really like what they're doing with the ceiling. And now it's kind of got the two different sides. And I apologize if I sneeze. I got a monster one coming. I can feel it brewing. Got a little boogie up there dancing possibly, but all right, so right down here, you can see your flooring. It's a one-piece linoleum. You're also going to have outlets on either side as well if you want to plug in, anything. So I'm sure my wife would have something to plug in. It'd be an excuse to go buy something, that's for sure. Which, you know what? Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Right here, you have a sofa. This doesn't look like a pull-out, but I know a lot of their models do. So let's see. So this one doesn't have it, but they do have furniture that does make that an option if you have some people that need to sleep out here. But again, you have the rear loft as well. You got some blinds with these windows, a ton of good natural light. If you're someone that likes sunshine and happiness, you are covered there. But I just think, man, this kitchen, although it's kind of compact, it's also nice and roomy and opening and functional the way that they did it with kind of the L shape and that kind of like Bourbonia bar right over there. And, another touch thing too that I like is you got kind of the spot for your crack right there for the chairs. I just think that would be nice. Never been much of a fancy man, but a chair with a place for a crack holder. It must be, you got to be nice. You got to be living the high life if you got a crack holder on your chair, that's for sure. So you got the high, medium, and low right here. You also have kind of what many would consider the front door. So maybe you could build like a patio coming out, and then it walks right into the kitchen. And again, kind of your Bourbonski bar over here. That's where you're storing all your cold cans of apple juice and all that down in the little mini fridge. You also have plenty of storage to the left that just kind of keeps coming up. And they call this the super height cabinetry. Now I'm 6 feet tall with big, beautiful, bowling loving arms, baby. But this is even a little bit tall for me. So you're definitely going to want to put some of your stowaway items that you don't need to get to every day. And I love that brick. It's actually like a real brick right there. It's like a real brick tile. Pretty darn neat. Stainless steel bowl here. So it's kind of like what I would consider like an accessory bowl. And then of course you got your one of your controls for, let's see here, Honey Homes. I'm assuming your, what is that? I'm assuming that's going to be your heat and your AC, but I'm not quite too sure. I'm still educating myself. Hitting those dishes from one angle because you got kind of the mini system right over there. But you do have the real sink right over here. So this might be a 2-for-1 on the dishes. I love the way this is set up though. Imagine just having, it's real popcorn by the way, real stale popcorn. Just setting up some appetizers, enjoying the game. Like we got football season coming up. Unfortunately, Joe Burrow got hurt, but we'd be down here watching the game, have some appetizers out for the kids, and we'd be living the high life. Having a real good time. So you have kind of the fancy outlets, the GFCI, but then these over here also have USB and universal C as well, adjustable shelving, and then real home windows as well. Dual split zone for the stainless steel undermounted bowl with the high-rise faucet. Hitting those dishes from all angles. And then you also have room for a trash can here up underneath with your shutoff valves as well, which comes in pretty handy just in case you need it. Dovetail construction as well for all the pullouts. I'll give you a little better view on this one. So really nice residential. You also saw that it's real wood, but also it's going to be on the soft close as well. So that way you don't have to worry about kids or yourself, doing any slamming. It's going to shut like that nice and easy. So you got your microwave. It's going to be one of the fancy ones. Fancy looking at least. I'm sure it's fine. It's a GE, but it's just like the one, inside most of your houses. And it does have potato mode, so you're well taken care of. You got the, let's see here, is this a 6-top? You got the 5-top burner to whip up all the fixing, so 2 on either side with a griddle in the middle. It's kind of fun to say too, griddle in the middle, baby. I love that. The storage is going to keep going across. You got the natural lighting coming up here, the gunmetal finish for the refrigerator as well, and I love the fact it's one of those fancy ones with the water and ice dispenser down there too as well. Plus you got yourself 2 little zones for the freeze air. Now I'm going to presume that's for washer and dryer, but we'll get back to that in just a second. But first, I want to show you this bathroom, which is, well, it's incredible. It's a fancy bathroom. One that I think you'd be proud to have on really in any home, let alone an RV home. I mean, look at that. I love the way that glass is. I think that is super cool. Oh. Is it open? Yeah, it opens up this way. Okay, good. For a second there, I thought I broke it and I would never work with Kropf again, but I think we're all right. So as you can see, even sideways, you have a 2 full roundies that can fit in here. You could probably fit about 3 flats, 2 roundies. So you're definitely going to be happy if you are someone that is a little bit bigger. Window up top that does open up, although nobody is tall enough to accomplish that. And then you have your friendly neighbor window too if you want to open up, hey Tom. So right over here, you got yourself a raised toilet as well. And then places where you can put your towels. Again, adjustable shelving. The brick backline looks sick. And then let's see here. Should be a light because this looks like it turns on right here. But a backlit mirror to show off the old bowling gun, baby. We'll have to go figure out how to turn that on. Is it out here? I don't know, but it looks really nice. 3-year pull-out drawers. Again, the dovetail construction. Stainless steel, undermounted bowl again. And you do have those shutoff valves. And not to mention, one more time, it's just the shutoff valves that are up underneath and the soft close. Look at this. This one comes with the washer and dryer. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to put a link for Kropf down in the description because these are all custom order. So they do have floor plans available, but typically somebody kind of changes it up to their style a little bit. Plenty of outlets up here. You got your AC, and then, of course, the ceiling height on this, you're probably looking at 3.5 feet would be my best guess. So a lot of your kids will have no problem. Like my 4-year-old could run around here. You also have room for hanging room and a couple pull-out drawers, maybe a place for like a TV, video games, and things like that. But pretty cool to have this rear loft, and I love the railings here too. Not only is it keeping the kids safe, but it also is aesthetically nice as well. What do you guys think about that black wall for the finish here? King bed. You also have enough moving and grooving room around either side to kind of scoot through. Be a little tighter over on that side, but you got room to do it. You also have storage for your wife's books and all of that coming out of here, right down in there. fancy people outlets with the USB and universal C, and then you're going to have one large piece going across the top. No, I'm sorry. It looks like it's going to be separated in the middle. So you got two kind of large chunks for storage. And then speaking of storage, right over here, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pull-out drawers. The bottom one's going to be about twice the depth of this. And then you have hanging room on both sides with 2 more pull-out drawers on either side. Fuse box right here and an access panel as well. So underneath the steps, you're probably looking at your furnace, you know, your water heater, something of that nature, if not both. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Now I'm just going to give you a exterior view here. And I'm going to get skedaddling. Let's see here. Again, it's the 2026 Eldorado 9051 by Kropf Manufacturing. Now, if you guys don't mind, since this is one of the first batches of park models that I've done, I just really found out about them, about Hershey, and then started reaching out and started doing a bunch. Knocked out about 14 or so of these. So you'll have a lot of good models coming, but they are surface level. I don't know too much about them outside of construction a little bit. You know, 2x4 for exterior walls, 4x6 for the floor joists, 10-inch I-beams, things like that. But bear with me, I will get more educated on this. And I would appreciate if you guys could drop some comment educating me a little bit too, because we're going to kind of teamwork it. You guys have the knowledge, I have the access to maybe go and help you guys out, see some models that you typically cannot see. I think that'd be pretty darn nice. But pretty darn cool out here for the exterior. What do you guys think about that? Everything about this is just screaming, put me out in the woods. I think this is more of a woods model. Like there's another one over here that I'm thinking like, you know, beach vibes. And then that is like vibes wherever the heck you want. But there is, each one is so unique and different. It's just kind of cool to be out here, you know, and doing it. 4 axles. All the specs will be down in the description as well with that link to the manufacturer, because I want you guys to call them or a dealer with any type of questions that you might have. When you're pulling this down the road, this isn't something that your average person can pull. You do have to have a wide load. Sometimes you even often have to have permits as well, depending on the state. But all your plug-ins for your electric will be right down here. You also have your hookups for when you're going to hard pipe these in, you know, down at your place, like into sewage and all of that. Back end of the furnace will be located right here, which is nice that it has the ability to unscrew for maintenance purposes, just a little bit easier there for you. You got a cricket on the window. It's an insect cricket, not a feature. And then I love that privacy again. I think that's super cool. But all right, guys, these videos will keep getting better and better as time goes on, but I'm going to try to attack probably 360 RVs in the morning, maybe 180 of these things at night, and start doubling up, baby. But all right, 2026, shoot. They truly do hire me because I'm friendly. Well, you know what? I don't know where I dropped it, but it's a 2026 something. Have a great day. See ya. Meow, 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 meow. Rum dum, ba da 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 dum, ba da 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 dum, ba da 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 dum, rum pum pum pum, ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum.